to your straw.
As a newly barbecued Jew, this Parsha, the first of the new year, fills me with excitement and meaning. So much to read, so much to learn. But there are two aspects of this portion that really stand out to me. The first aspect was describing the creation of light on the first day. God says he told it was good. On the second day, when God divided the waters, it did not say that it was good. Traditionally, the explanation given is that when there is a division, it is not good. Since on the second day there was such a division, the Torah does not mention that it was good. The problem with this explanation is that there was also a division in the first day between light and darkness, and we do find the words that it was good. There is a difference between these two divisions. In the first day, the division was between two different things. One was light, the other darkness. They can and should be separated. This division was good. The second day deals with the division between two things that are the same. This is not good. We can make a distinction between Jews and non-Jews, since these two believe in two different religions. However, among Jews, there should be no division, since we are all Jews of the same faith, even though we may interpret the religion differently. We are nevertheless all Jews and are responsible for each other and should live in peace with each other. Therefore, the arguments and controversies between the Orthodox, the Conservative, the Reform, and the Reconstructionist Jews are most unfortunate. We should all come together and worship with one another with full acceptance of one another. We are all Jews. The second aspect of the Parsha is the story of Adam and Eve eating of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. This story is very interesting because of the way it has been traditionally understood through generations. Most of us know the bare bones of the story. The snake tricks Eve into eating the fruit of the tree. Eve convinces Adam to eat the fruit. They gain a flood of knowledge in an instant. God punishes them and expels them from the garden. There have been many explanations and commentaries written about the story, but I have found one explanation that I find truly compelling. In God Was in This Place and I Did Not Know It, by Rabbi Lawrence Kushner. Rabbi Kushner suggests that God told Adam and Eve about the tree and told them not to eat from it because God really wanted them to eat from it. Every parent knows that the minute you tell your child not to do something, that is exactly what they want to do. Would God not be aware of this fact of human nature? Of course God would know, Rabbi Kushner contends. God told us not to eat from it because God wanted us to gain knowledge. God wanted us to choose to rebel. God wanted us to step away from ignorance and innocence, away from the garden, and into a world that was filled with challenges, but also with blessings of choice, love, growth, and possibility. This truly was the original blessing and not a curse. For me, this is a revolutionary reading, but one that inspires and challenges me. What will I choose today? What challenges will I overcome? Adam and Eve are not just models of disobedience, but they are also powerful models of strength and perseverance. For me personally, they gave me the courage that I need to be here today and to do what I have done. My story is much like other Jews I have met. I was born to a Jewish mother, but was baptized and raised a Christian. I also was never told about my family history and was raised in the church, and in fact served in the church choir for 10 years, involving myself in youth ministries and many other aspects of the church. I do have a memory when I was about 13 years old. My uncle took me to a synagogue. I did not understand what he was communicating, but what he did say was, someday this may mean something to you, and that was it. Nothing else was said to me about it. Meanwhile, I went along with my life in the church. I started the process of entering the priesthood. I was about 23 or 24 years old when I ran across some paperwork of my mother's indicating that there had been a name change in my family. When I confronted my mother about it, she informed me that Whitman was the real family name. It was changed after the Holocaust by my grandparents, who were also disassociating with their family. My grandfather had been bar mitzvah, and that was the last time he was in a synagogue, and he hated the religion. He hated all religion. This revelation did not have an immediate effect on my spiritual life, but it was something that stayed in the back of my mind gnawing at me. I continued in seminary, and right before my ordination, I had my name legally changed to my grandfather's Hebrew name, Yaakov, and took the family name back with me. I was ordained with that name. More years passed with my casual investigation of my family's past. My people came from Minsk, went to Scotland, to Canada, and then to Duluth, Minnesota, and Detroit, Michigan, 12th Street, the Jewish neighborhood. Several people from the church tried to get me involved with the Messianic Jewish movement, and it had certain appeal, but there was something very, very wrong with it, and I finally disassociated with it. I continued in ministry for many years, learning more and more about the church and how the church has changed its history to suit its needs. The fact that almost all the stories about Jesus were more than likely made up from much older myths of other Near Eastern cultures. The more I learned, the more disillusioned I became. I took an extended sabbatical from the church, even going so far as belonging to a couple of Reformed synagogues. Then I came to the Nature Code and found a lack of Jewish context and was asked to return to ministry. I did so, but with the church's understanding that I no longer believed its teaching. Finally, I had to part ways with the church when I could no longer stand the hypocrisy of the job. Then I went searching again for my place in Judaism. First, I found Reconstructionism, and then I found Rabbi Arthur. He empowered me to feel comfortable calling myself a Jew. He also did what no other rabbi was willing to do, and that was to help me complete the process of Baal, Teshuvah, and my Bar Mitzvah. For that, I am incredibly grateful, and I am proud to be a member of this congregation. Finally, I want to thank all of you for being here and making me feel so welcome. I look forward to much fellowship and learning with all of you as I look to find my calling within Judaism. Shabbat Shalom.